both red and green Shishito, dragon grilla, and one other pepper which is a bit spicier, burning bush. But try not to powder it. I'll almost make flakes out of them. Your peppers, if you had dehydrated the trays for it, and some salt. It'll be fun to put it on even on salads, if making pizza at home or soups or anything.
Oh मेरे भाई
Hello, welcome to my channel, my friend Bob. We bring you a new video today. We are almost there with summer moving out and fall moving in. There are plants which are full of different vegetables. What I wanted to show is when you have excess of something, what you can do with it. So today we'll talk about two chili peppers that we did a couple of shots, and the link is below in description, over the summer that we were growing. One was Shishito and the other one was dragon grilla. Both are very close cousins of each other. Not too spicy, 2500 SHUs. Just for reference, a jalapeno is around 8000 SHUs. So these peppers are less spicy even compared to jalapeno. And the fun thing about these peppers is that not all of them are that 2500 SHU. Some are zero even. The way the breeding has happened of this pepper, that out of every 10, one out of every 10, that could be the 2500. Mostly you'll find the zeros. We'll pick both and we'll hydrate those. And I'll show you a different technique of hydrating it, not just picking them and putting in a dehydrator and go from there. So let's start picking the peppers first. I'm generally trying to pick the red ones. I might pick a green here and there, but that's not my intention. So this is what we were able to pick. I did pick a few green ones also. Two reasons. One, I didn't have enough red. And the second is when I dry them, and I would try not to powder it. I'll almost make flakes out of them. So the two colors will look nice together. So now let's go in the kitchen and let's start doing the preparation. So we're indoors now. We picked both red and green Shishito, dragon grilla, and one other pepper which is a bit spicier, burning bush. In this process, you do not need too much. Your peppers, if you had dehydrated the trays for it, and some salt. And with salt in this one, I prefer the Pakistani pink salt, which sometimes is mislabeled in North America as Himalayan salt. It's the same thing. It's a bit on the pricier side. If you don't want to use that, you can use kosher salt also, or anything which is a bit granular. Don't use too fine a salt, because you'll realize once we get towards the end of the process why that becomes so important. Majority of peppers are not spicy. I did pick, as I said, a couple of spicier ones. It will give me a very good blend. So the first thing I need to do is take peppers and get rid of this green portion. So let's do it. So if you see over here, all the green tops have been removed. The idea here is very simple. What we're trying to do is put a slit, nothing major. The slit will do two things. One, it will help it to dry quicker. Two, we are about to put salt in here. The reason to take the green part off, once it dries, the green part becomes quite hard. So if you take it off before you put in the dehydrator, that makes your life easier. So let's do some of these. Not too much salt. This is my drying tray. So we start putting here. Here you can see in the end, We were able to make roughly a tray and a half. By the time we crush it, it'll be a few ounces, but that should be more than enough. It'll be fun to put it on even on salads, if making pizza at home or soups or anything. It should come out an excellent flavor. And the salt, not only it will give it a flavor, but salt will also help it to preserve. So the dehydrator has been set at 125 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 52 degrees centigrade. So one tray is already in, the second goes in. We close it, and it will take us a few hours for it to dry, and then we'll crush it. Okay, so it took us 6 hours to dry. I started at 125 degrees Fahrenheit, as I mentioned earlier, but then I realized I could go a bit higher. So eventually, I moved to 135, halfway somewhere. Now let's try to make some flakes. Try this old-fashioned handheld device. So this is what came of the green ones. If this was very spicy pepper, I would not have opened it the way I just did it, because and even this, I'm already coughing. This is what I have right now. So almost same amount is left. So roughly speaking, by the time it's done, it's like 4 ounces, almost like 100 grams. And that's what it is. Let's do a taste test. So let's try. This is spicier than what the original brand was. Remember, I did use some of the spicy peppers, so I do feel a bit of heat, but that's fine because heat eventually, with time, starts dying down. But it's a very good taste. The salt is not overpowering. Actually, the salt tastes very well. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you saw something new. Like and subscribe. Keep on watching our channel, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.